Okay. Alright everybody, welcome back to another awesome video of prep. For those of you who are wondering, we've had one person inquire about it. This is the food saver we have. It's not the off-brand. Like I said, we got it on sale, so we were able to get the actual food saver. Don't know what the actual, like the sub model, I guess you could call it, is. But it's real simple stuff. It comes with the attachment to it right there. It's, you know, your normal thing, the vacuum sealer, all that. Again, those of you who asked, just a regular food saver. Originally it's like $160 something or something like that, $150, $160 something.
Oh, we got it for 50.
So we got it for after tax and everything is about 65 bucks. Oops. You know what she's doing now, what Miss Robinson's doing, is we're gonna try to put the scallops. We also have the au gratin ones as well that we're trying to put in jars. So it looks like we're not going to get very many in a jar. Looks like it's going to be about 2. Oh, there goes
If I keep doing that, we ain't
there
gonna
goes
get
the tater chip. Run away, tater chip. But we're going to try to get the potatoes and the little packets of seasonings in them as well. Okay, guys. So it's one of those kind of bear with us type deal.
We're gonna figure out what works.
So we're trying to see what we can get in there, what we can't get in there, how many wise. Again, it's just the scallops. That's all it is, just the scallops. We got these from Aldi's. Again, a case of it was about $9.80, give or take.
So we got 2 cases.
And a case comes with 12, guys. So again, if you've got an Aldi's nearby, go ahead, look for them deals at Aldi's. So you can find some deals at Aldi's.
Sorry for the noise.
Just trying to get all the powder down, the chips down further if we can. Again, we got it at Aldi's. So if you've got an Aldi's nearby, go ahead, get you some scallops if you like them, or the au gratins. They're real good. They haven't really changed much since. Don't forget the instructions today.
Oh yeah, I was totally gonna forget that.
And again, we're gonna write on the top that scallop, and then we're just gonna get the instructions.
And we do ours on top of the stove.
Yep, we use the on top of the stove instructions right here at the bottom. Now you can do them in the oven as well, but a lot of the times when you do them in the oven, some of the potatoes, they get real burnt, crispy, hard, stuff like that. So you're kind of iffy on that. But if you do them on top of the stove, we had au gratin a couple nights ago for supper, and we did them on top of the stove, and they turned out phenomenal. All the potatoes were nice and soft. It was nice and thick, creamy. Oh my God, it was so good. But we're going to see how this goes. We were only able to get 2 in. The light died. I'm going to blow it up. There we go. Got a little flashlight. I'm going to put the light on charge. But we're going to do this real quick, and we will be right back and show you the end result. We're only able to get 2 boxes in, unfortunately. So you'll see the end result of that. Alright guys, we're done with the scallops. Unfortunately, we were only able to get 2 of them in per jar. But same thing applies, everybody. Put what's in it, how many, and the date. And the instructions on some are like this. They're up and down. And some are, can't really hardly see it, but they're right above the little cupcake plate. They're right there at the tip top there. This Robin Hood decided it was interfering with this going all the way down like it's supposed to. So she started folding them up and putting them on the top. But we got 6 jars out of a whole case, since it was 2 per jar, everybody. Again, the Food Saver we got, we don't know what the sub-model of it is, if you want to call it that. But it's just a regular Food Saver. We got it cheap, on sale. Not cheap, but on sale.
Because I'm cheap. Just admit it, I'm a cheap person.
Well, originally it's like 150 or 160 bucks, but we got it on sale. And we grabbed it up as soon as we saw that. But we're starting to do these right here, au gratin. Again, really good. Haven't changed since the 90s. So there we go. And again, we're just cutting the stovetop instructions out, guys. Okay, that's all we're cutting out. We're just cutting out the stovetop instructions. But it's pretty much 2 boxes per jar, and it comes with a 12 case, and it's a little under 10 bucks. I mean, you can't beat that deal right there. That's not a bad deal. And again, we're gonna do these real quick.
And we got a case of the scallops and a case of the au gratin for like $19 or something.
That's a case, guys. A case, a piece, for a little under 20 bucks. Again, one of the better things of Aldi's is some of their prices that they have on their products.
If you ain't never been in one, go in one. It's gonna be like,
If you ain't been in one,
wow.
big suggestion. Find your one and go.
Yep.
Because they do have some awesome deals, guys. Awesome deals. Again,
I think I threw my paper towel away again.
2 cases, a little under 20 bucks, and it comes with 12. Now, each one of these boxes at a prepared cup, at a prepared product, is a half a cup, and it serves 5 servings at a half a cup, guys. And again, when it comes down to it, if you got, you might as well say like a ladle, I guess you could say, you'll be doing pretty much that ladle, on a plate, if that's what you got. More than likely, you find paper plates or paper products, it'll be a whole lot easier because you can burn that stuff. It'll be easy to dispose of. Because you're not going to want to do a whole bunch of dishes. You're going to want to save your water for your laundry. So, again, paper products on that. Again, guys, we're doing the au gratin. So we're going to come back once we get everything done, and we'll let you see the end result. This is very, very good. All right, everybody.
That is one thing I love making.
If you're wondering what she's talking about, she's talking about some strawberry preserves. But let me tell you.
Homemade.
Yes, homemade strawberry preserves.
I don't do store-bought stuff, especially that.
Again, guys, same thing. What it is, how many, and today's date. And today's the 17th. And the instructions are in it again. They're right there at the top, if you can see them. Right there. Same thing applies. You guys put what's in it, how many's in there because of what it is. You definitely want to label, what it is, because both of these actually look alike.
I don't know the difference between them.
I guess it's the taste and what's in it, I guess. Not too sure. But again, guys, same thing applies. Put what's in it, how many you got in there, and the date that you done it. That way, when you get some more, guess what? you can throw some more in behind those,
Just
because
got
those are the fresher ones. So these are your so say we got some more gratins. Again, we take those once we did another case to get a full case of jars. Okay, guys. We take these ones, we slide these to the front, and put the newest ones behind. That way, the newest ones is better. You rotate out your dates. That way your oldest is in front, that way you can use just that. And your newest ones are behind when you get to them. And if you get another case before then, guess what? You just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Oldest to the front, newest to the back. That way your newest that you just bought is in the back, and your oldest is at the front. That way you use this one instead of this one. That was just an example. They're both done the same day. But we're going to finish these our gratins up real quick, guys, and we will show you the end result of the case that we done, okay? As well as a little bit more information in the end. Alright guys, welcome back again for another closing. Again, just some thoughts. I'll get to this here in a minute. Half a case of jars, of the quart jars, did a whole case of the scallops and the au gratins, guys. Okay, again guys, it's a case a piece, little under 10 bucks. 2 cases, a case of scallops and a case of au gratins was little less than 20 bucks. Okay, again, the food saver that we're using, guys, it's nothing fancy. It just looks fancy, but it's nothing really fancy about it. Just got your basic stuff. I mean, it does have it where you can use the accessory. It's got a button for a marinade. So if you, let's say you have a thing of Tupperware, okay, and you put marinade in it, but you don't want any of the oxygen that's in it, you just stick the attachment to the top that it's able to do on the Tupperware. Because there's Tupperware out there. There are bowls that you can do that with. And again, you just, you hit your marinade and it does what it's supposed to do. Okay. Other than that, guys, it's just your normal, moist, dry, cancel, seal, vacuum, all that good deal. It does just your normal thing. Power on and off. To use it, once you get your meat or your vegetable or whatever you got going on in, you slide it in here, you push this bar right here down, and it starts sealing for you. Just your basic food saver. I don't know, again, we don't know what the sub model is of it. I don't really know. For us, it's just a food saver bag sealer. That's about it. That's all it says. Again, nothing really big, nothing really bad. Once if you decide to move on from Ziploc bags or paper and stuff like that, because your meat will freezer burn real quick in paper, quicker than it would in Ziploc bags. Now, if you take a step up, do Ziploc bags, it'll last about a month and a half, 2 months maybe, and then it'll get freezer burn again. But this here, it takes all the oxygen out. It's less of a chance of getting freezer burnt, about 6 to 9 months before it gets freezer burnt. We've had meat in our deep freezer at one point that was about 3 months old, and because we were using this, and it was 3 months old, and it didn't even have a lick of freezer burn on it. Okay, guys. Again, one of the best things to have for meats and stuff like that. Now, if you get one that has attachments to it, or you get one that can put attachments on it, with a little port hole on the side or on the top or something like that, then you can do these as well. Now, I'm gonna bust a bunker here, a bunker buster type deal here, myth. or whatever they want to call it, a story. We've heard about it, we've tried it, and you can't. Is seal other jars. Probably particular jars you probably could, like if there were jars that were kind of like this, or jars kind of like these guys right here, you probably could. We tried an old Alfredo jar. We tried sealing it with the regular mouth. It didn't work. We haven't tried any like spaghetti jars or anything like that yet, but more than likely those ones would be the same, about the same way, because there's no individual top first and then you put your band on. Now if it was one like that, then probably yeah, you could. Another I guess you could say another myth is I've heard a lot of people, okay, what I'm going to go over on this is before taxes and before you get your food. Okay, this is before all this happens right here. Okay, again, the scallops and the au gratin, the instructions are in it. The reason why we went ahead and put everything together is because on the instructions, it says itself, right on the instructions, combine your 2 cups of hot water, your tablespoon of butter, 2/3 cup milk, sauce mix, and potato slices. Okay, you combine it straight from the get-go. That's why we went ahead and put everything in jars. Again, this scallop is a case, and the au gratin is a case, 2 per jar. Again, same thing. Put what it is, how many, and the date that you did it. Okay. Now what I'm fixing to go over, guys, and I've heard it a few times actually, is it's cheaper to go with the Mylar bags. Okay. In a sense, yes. In a sense, no. It is cheaper if you've got, you've already got your food, you've already got your stash, your cash going on, okay? If you've already got, 40 pounds of rice, or, 40 pounds of flour and stuff like that, so on and so forth, the poundage wise, yes, it is cheaper, okay? But if you're doing, something like what we're doing on a budget, then it's not, okay? Here's why, okay? Now this is a little combo thing, and it was for 5-gallon Mylar bags for the 5-gallon buckets, okay? The 5-gallon 5-gallon Mylar bags, which you get 45 bags and a 3 sheets of labels, okay? It's $42.19, okay? Now you also got to figure in oxygen absorbers, okay? Because you got to throw them in there. You got to get the oxygen out. And for a 5-gallon bucket, I've done a little research, and you at least need to get up to about 8 to 9 to 1,000 cc's of oxygen absorber, okay? I found some that are only 400 cc, okay? And they come in a 100 count, which is 20 oxygen absorbers in a 5-pack, in 5 packs, for $12.49. This is before tax and before your food, okay? Now, you can do 2 different types of buckets. The best thing to do, though, is a food grade bucket if you're going to do Mylar bags and with dealing with food, okay? Now, you can get 5-gallon buckets in, just regular 5-gallon buckets from Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, or, wherever they sell them with the lids. Okay, but that's going to range you anywhere between $5 to $10 depending on which store you go to. Now, you can get buckets with gamma lids. There's a reason why they're called gamma lids. Okay, and they're in the food grade bucket. Okay, you can get a 3-pack now for $59.77. Okay. Now, you can get these lids, these buckets with the lids. There's a reason why they call them gamma lids. Gamma lids is because of what their name is, gamma lids. They can, last you a good while once they're sealed up. But again, everything that you have to have adds up to $114.45. $114.45. That is before tax, before shipping, and before your food. Before you even get to the grocery store. Okay? Now, doing it this way, before tax and before food, okay? Whether you're going quart jars, okay, Walmart, I found them the cheapest so far is at, for the quart jars, Walmart, is $14.97 for 12. For this whole pack right here. We've got an unopened pack over there that is the same. And this is brand name, Ball. This is the most common canning jars that people use is Ball. Don't go for the Kerr jars. They're a lot more. One of these right here for the wide mouth is like $30-something. Almost $40, okay? And that's for $14.97 for 12 jars, okay? The half pints are $10.47 for 12. And this is wide mouth. And the regular jars are regular mouth, okay? The half pints. And that's cheap version, Golden Harvest from Walmart, okay? And you also, you got to figure in, your sealer, whether you're doing it, if you're doing it the manual sealer like we showed you before on the little short that we have as well, that was a little under $10, a little over $10 probably after tax, okay? The machine, the cheapest one I found when I did this research right here was $59.99 for a decent one that you can do attachments with, okay? And the rolls, the box of rolls comes with 3 11-inch by 16-foot roll. You got 3 of those. And it comes with 2 8-inch by 20 for like vegetables and fresh produce, stuff like that. Frozen if you're doing frozen, fresh if you're doing fresh. But all that, okay, just the jars plus the manual sealer, not including the machine, just the manual sealer like we showed you in that short, and that comes with the 2 types of sealer tops, is $35.33. Now which one is cheaper? What's on a budget? I think I'd go for the budget first, because then, when I get that part going, maybe when I get a little extra money, I can go for the machine and the rolls to do my meats and stuff like that, which is only $104.96. Still cheaper than going the Myler bag route. Okay, that's between the jars and the Myler bags. That's a $79.12 difference. At $35.33 compared to $114.45. Okay, guys. Now that gives you a lot of wiggle room for tax and food when you're doing the jars version. Okay, guys. Yeah, people with money out there, they're gonna do the Myler bags, the buckets, big containers of food and stuff like that. But when you're on a budget, guys, don't listen to them. That's another reason why that's why we're doing a survival part that does also budget survival buying and stuff like that. Like the first 2 videos it was on a budget buy. The tarp that I had wasn't much more than what I bought from Dollar Tree. I bought that at Harbor Freight, and it was only like $7 at the time. Again, in a budget buy, and it's one of the bigger ones. It's the smallest one they had, but it's bigger than the little 4x6 you get at Dollar Tree. Yeah, the 4x6 would be great if you were doing it solo. But when you've got another person with you, try to go bigger. Again, this is just based off of doing this and research on Myler bags, okay? Now, you can do Myler bags if you like. That's completely up to you. But if you're on a budget, trying to get food, your bills paid and stuff like that, and you don't have the money, but you got money for a case of jars, you've already got your sealer, whether it's this or the manual one for $10, but you can get a case of jars, whether it's this or the half pints. Either way, I mean, even if you got enough money to get you a case of the regular mouth, get you a regular mouth. I mean, there's no limit to what jars you can do. Okay, guys. Again, going back on the budget part, if you've got a budget, stick to it. Okay. Especially if the most that you're willing to spend is $100 on stuff, that's perfect. You can get a couple of cases of jars. If you've already got your machine and already got either your machine or the manual one, you've got it made. You can do jar sealing. You can seal your food like that. Bam. Quick, simple stuff. We've done a whole lot so far. Just follow along in the videos. We will have a whole lot more. It's a windy day. I was going to try to do another video outside for the survival side. I was going to do different fire starters. That'll probably be on another day, but it's windy out, so that's probably going to have to wait a little bit for it. But it's more than just doing, noodles, rice, things like the au gratin and the scallops. I mean, there's a lot of people that do beans. There's a lot of people that do different kind of beans at that. You can do spaghetti noodles. You can do spaghetti noodles. You can do elbow noodles, without the cheese and stuff like that. You just go to the noodle part of your store, of the aisle. Just get you a few boxes of elbow noodles. Same thing, you can do them on a fire, in a pot on the fire, rocket stove. However, I will show how to build a rocket stove at a later video, at a later date, because I want to show you that what it does and how it works and stuff like that. But it's everything like that is for outside. Again, we'll do another video another day. We're gonna be doing probably some spices, maybe some banana chips on some of the little snack jars that we showed you guys in another video, the little half pint guys that only stand about yay tall. We got some jars that are half the half pints. They're real small, they only stand like that tall. But we're going to either do like spices or some powdered gravy. That's another thing you can do. You can get some powdered gravy from your store, your local store, and there you go, bam. You can make gravy, because all you need is water. We're doing things that all you need is, when the end comes, all you got to do really to really make it happen is milk, or not milk, but water, because you can actually get powdered milk to have milk. Okay, guys, we did quite a few jars of nothing but powdered milk. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4 jars, and of course 4 quarts make a gallon. So we've got 4 gallons of milk right then and there. Bam. Okay. Again, if you've got the spare change, try to find you one on sale. Order it off a line if you have to. If you ain't got to go to the store to get it, order it offline. It might be cheaper. I'm not going to say go rush to your local Walmart and buy one, because Walmart in the store, it might not be on sale. But if you go online, whether it's to eBay, Walmart, Amazon, you might find you a cheap one that has a porthole either on the top or the side that you can put an attachment to it, or have the actual attachment itself to it. I mean, it's just up to you which one you want. But it also, you can get you the bags and stuff like that to do your meats, and then you'll have a whole slew of good stuff that you can put up. Again, guys, budget. This is what it's all about with us. We're doing everything on a budget. Again, hit that like, subscribe, and notifications button down below. Let us know what you think about the scallops and the au gratins. Give us, in the comments below, tell us whether you're Team Scallop or Team au gratin. Okay? If you were back in the 90s and 80s and you know what these taste like in the oven, tell us what you think back then about them. Give them a try now, because I can tell you right now, they haven't changed much. But other than that, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notifications button, make a comment down below, Team Scallop, Team au gratin. And until we strike again,